Hey there, it's Brittany. Long time no see. I'm back. I know you've noticed that I haven't put out any videos for like 3 weeks, and it's because March and April I've been so sick. So I have two issues that are going on that are completely, I think, independent of each other. One's been happening since last year, and one like popped up when I fell last month. So I've just been some days I can't get out of bed. So I've kind of, when I have my lives, am just getting through them and then going and laying back down. So I have tons of stuff piling up, tons of stuff to do. I'm sorry. It's been really inconsistent on the channel. I love posting videos. I just have not had the ability to do it, so I apologize. I wanted to show you some quick video of the things that hit my store today. I've been keeping up with that, but it takes a lot out of me too. But I love doing this stuff, so I just kind of do it when I can. So I got some new Zunis in the shop. These are little Mandala Zuni Bears. Cute, 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 right? So this is a custom blended turquoise that I make myself. And then I used an antique brass wash. The backs are not like the same as the fronts. They're just, you know, sometimes they have paint on them. But the fronts are finished completely, and the pattern placement could range on each one. I try and get them in the same place, but it's physically impossible to do it every single time the same way. So, and then to match those, I made a Zuni mama, I guess, and she's a biggin. She's got the wire wrapped Czech and my Yuki seed beads on the front. And it's wire wrapped on the back. There aren't any sharp pieces or anything, but it's not completely flat. So these are the four seed beads that I used to make my mix. I got these from Danielle Wicks, so you could probably find those from her if you need them. And then the rest I just kind of got, I think these were Hobby Lobby, and this one was my local bead store. But these are the four beads. They're going to be all in different, like the pattern placement could be different on the one that you receive, and the bead placement can be different on the one that you receive, but it's so fun, so beautiful. I think we're going to try and make a necklace with this today on this video. At first I was just going to do a show and tell, but we haven't had a video on this channel in like 3 weeks. I think it's probably the longest I've ever gone. However, I have bead boxes piling up and I want to get through them. So what I'll probably end up doing until I can get like through everything is just like I have 2 bargain bead boxes to do, 2 Sam's, 2 Jesse James beads. I'm going to do one video for Jesse James beads, one video for Sam's, one video for bargain bead box, and just do the unboxing just to get them on the channel, because I know you all like hearing what I have to say, and I haven't even looked at them, so I don't know what's going on in them. But I'm sorry if that's not what you want to see, but I have just, this year has just taken so much out of me. Anyway, so here's this. And the funny thing is, before I made this, I actually put together 6 Czech glass kits for my shop. And this is how it arrives. And I realized that these Czech glass kits, these are beads I sourced in Tucson, match this set perfectly. Now, if you've already checked out with your Zunis and you didn't see these, because there's only 6, and I don't think any have sold yet, I will combine shipping, and if your items haven't shipped yet. So I will take you through what's in this little baggie. There are, I believe, 5 strands. So we've got these green washed rondelles. They've got like 2 washes on them, like a brown and a green. Super lovely. That's the longest strand. I think it's about 10 inches. We've got a red brick satin fire polish, 6mm. We've got a turquoise etched fire polish. These are so cool. The thing is, I made these 6 things and I'm selling all 6 of them, and I don't have any more of the beads for myself. I'm so salty that I didn't save any beads for myself. I guess I could go look to double check, but I don't think I did. I certainly didn't save one of these for myself. I'm gonna go check to see if I have any more of these, but they're so pretty. And then we have 2 whole beads. These are hexagons with a turquoise with like a little brown wash. We've got some lighter green heart leaves. Love that shape so much. And then another 6mm fire polish and a darker turquoise with a Picasso. Those are the strands that are in this mix. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baggies of beads, and there's just a few in each one of these. So this is an 8mm of this bead. I think they're the same color, but these just look lighter because they're bigger. It's a green turquoise. I put focals in this mix as well, so you get, I'm going to leave links to everything, so this is all one item. You get, oh, this one's got some plastic hanging out in it. All right, so you get 2 of these squares with a Picasso and gold wash on them, and then this is like I'm calling it a smoky quartz Czech glass heart. We got a terracotta brown 6mm fire polish bead. Love that. Oh, I love this color. 2 of these flowers. I love these so much. I haven't seen that color combo. So it's like an orange and red with a turquoise and a gold wash on it. It's just so cool. Perfect for earrings or a bracelet or a focal. Some little pip beads in orange with like a bronzy wash on them. Obviously, this is like a Southwestern look. I have more Czech glass beads that I got in Tucson, and I haven't decided if I'm just going to sell the beads themselves or make kits. I did kind of pick up a kit, but I don't like pick out some to put in a kit, but I don't know if I really want to do that. We'll see how it goes with these 6 kits that I made together. And then we have little matte gold star Czech glass beads. Everything in here is Czech glass. And then last but not least, these are a brown rounded cube, and it's kind of got like table cut sides. So very cool, eclectic, southwesterny color vibes. So you get those strands and then these little baggies, and they all come in this holographic little bag too. But look how fantastic these colors all work with these Zunis. So I kind of was like, oh, I have to get them in this mini drop, because it is a mini drop. I only made like 2 beads. Because they go so well together, but I wanted to focus on them in a video because I don't think people just looking at the shop are going to be like, well, they're going to be like, what the heck is that? But now you see my vision, right? Next I made, well, I'll show you these. They're little they're not little, they're big Moroccan focals. So these are, gosh, of course I dropped it immediately. Beautiful brass handmade beads. They're stamped on either side, and then the middle has a beautiful celestial star and moon or sun and star motif. Every single one's a little bit different, so, and they have the nice like patina around the middle. They're huge. You could use this on so many things. Honestly, I would use it on a bracelet too. Necklace. You can make some big honking earrings too. But these are sold by the bead. They were very hard to find. I found them in African Village in Tucson, and the guy only had a couple strands. He was like, everybody comes to buy these and then they're gone. So I was able to pick up a strand, and when they're gone, they're gone. And then last but not least, I made this trinket dish. So I have a few of them in the shop. I might expand into other colors, but of course I had to start with turquoise and well, I didn't do terracotta. I started with turquoise with the bronze wash, and they're polymer clay. You're not supposed to wash them. Don't put them in your dishwasher. Don't get them wet, but they're perfect for rings or beads, or I have a ton of rings. I have a ton of beads. So I'm going to keep a couple of these in my bead room and some in my bathroom too. So I will put links to everything that I just showed. I'm going to go check to see if I had any of these left over, and then let's make a necklace with this guy. Okay, so miracle of miracles, I did have extras of these 4 from that kit. So I think we're gonna do something. I don't know that I'm gonna use all of them, but we'll see. I got out some African turquoise Jasper. This is from Beauty and the Bead Shop. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I got out some Czech glass beads. These were also in my stash. And then some turbines and some more Czech glass. So I have a lot to choose from. This is looking kind of busy with the African turquoise Jasper, but I don't know, I could probably make it work. I'm gonna grab some antique brass or brass. I haven't decided yet. Let's see. Ooh, I like those. All right, there's some bead caps. So we'll see what we can come up with. I have some 22 gauge wire. I have some soft flex and antique brass. Oh, I like these little triangles. This is kind of cool too. I don't know, we're just going on vibes. I really haven't been making a lot of jewelry because I haven't been making a lot of videos. Let me grab my antique brass, but I'm going to, I think, wire wrap onto this and then string. Let's see. We'll obviously use some of the seed beads that I used in the mix. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my 22 gauge wire. I'm gonna do a loop around my bead. Now, these are sturdy enough, I believe they're thick enough, and there's enough room between the hole and the top of the bead that I can wire wrap here, but if you're worried about that, use a jump ring. That's totally fine. I'm not actually gonna do a wire wrap like that. I'm gonna come through here like this, and just be careful. Don't do it too tight because you can rip your polymer clay. Polymer clay is not indestructible. It's very flexible. It's a great medium to make jewelry with. However, it's not indestructible. Just treat it like you would any other, you know, artisan piece. Just doing a wire wrap loop here. And I'm going to do one more loop around. Again, I would not get these wet. Because, you know, obviously there's bead, but there's paint on here. It's don't go swimming. Don't shower with this on. All right, so we've got that on there. I'm gonna do a little gold bead right here. All the way down. And then I'm gonna do this. And I gotta see, I think I'm gonna do this is a 15-0, then an 11-0, my 6mm, and I think there'll be enough room in there for another 11-0 and another 15-0. Yeah, it's gonna be like absolutely perfect. So then I just kind of gotta be really careful here because I gotta line that up and get it through there. Oh, perfect. See? And then I'm gonna put a little brass bead here. Just making layers, just making textures. And then this cool patina bead. And then I think I'm gonna do a wire wrap loop here, and then I will do the exact same thing on this side, and then we'll string the rest of the necklace. So this is very similar how I made, there was a challenge last year. I made a Zuni Bear necklace using a turquoise Zuni, but a much brighter color palette. And this is exactly how I started that necklace as well. I never did a video on that one. I usually don't do videos on my challenge pieces though, for crimped. I don't know why. It's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. All right, so we've got that done. I'm gonna do it on the other side, and then we'll start stringing. He's a little wonky, but that's okay. Oh, I love it. Look at that. so much fun. Such a fun bail. You know, you could just make things. As Jem Hawk says, I can't stop making things. I loved it when I heard her say that in the latest episode of Crimped. That just made me so happy. Okay, that's finished. I thought tragedy struck and my bead crunched or something in here, but I'm noticing the exact same thing happened over here. The little terracotta bead is lost somewhere in this bead right here. So I'm not gonna worry about it, but it's a bummer. So there we go. We have our 2 bails made. I'm loving this necklace so much already. And now we are going to figure out what pattern we want here. So I kind of want to get this brown in, but I have the brown that's in the kit too, but I can work 2 browns. I can do 2 browns. We already used this one, so we definitely want to get that in again. And I'm going to try and get a turbine or 2 in here. Absolutely, those are going in. And I think, oh, we can absolutely get a flower in too, because why not? So my focals on this necklace are going to be the turbines and these 2 flowers. Oh, I love these flowers so much. I'm so glad I had some extra so I could get some in a necklace. Oh, okay. I think I'll get 2 more turbines out. And also loving like all the different textures. Say these are old beads, like from my stash from when I was like 16 or 17, but I don't, maybe I got these when I was in college, so 22, I don't know. They're old. Either way, they're old. Okay. Let's see, I want to get a little brown bead. So they're 2 different sizes, so I'm getting those little brown ones there. I'm gonna get a bigger brown one. Here, maybe? I don't know. Let's see we're gonna get this in. I like how busy, like this necklace is busy, and sometimes I like the really simple look, but I do like this busy on busy look too. Now that because at first I was a little worried about these African turquoise Jaspers, but they just have just fantastic color in them. And of course, I'll put these in a link to Beauty and the Bead Shop as well. The browns and the greens in here. I love how the turquoise Jasper and the etched 6mm baked beads go so well together. Okay, I only got 4 of the turquoise Jasper in there, but that's okay. I might end up putting more in. So I also have these cute little rondelles. These are turquoise Jasper too. think I'm gonna actually put those in the middle here because I think I need a little bit less room between those brown beads and the flowers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are also from Beauty and the Bead. I think I'm gonna pop everything with the gold seed beads, and these are champagne. Just got these. These are size 11-0. Actually, that 11-0 might go right into this bead. Nope. I don't know that I want a seed bead every other bead. Sometimes I do it every few beads, but after every bead it kind of becomes a little bit much. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's not gelling for me. So I'm going to do it where I see fit. And then I'll show you what I come up with. Okay, so I'm in love with this pattern. I ended up just did it once, and then I ended up doing some more of the turquoise jasper in the back, spaced by seed beads. I'm going to put a bead stopper on the end here, because I don't really know how long I want this to be. And then I'm going to cut it off my spool and then crimp onto here. Let's see if we can find our antique brass crimps. Oh, found them on the first try. Amazing. I'm actually going to use because I can see them, a wire guard in the same color. It's like the stars are aligned today for this. Cheese and rice. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off my spool. And then I am going to put on my crimp, my wire guard, and then kind of finesse that wire guard around my loop. Ooh. My crimp bead was big enough to go on to the wire guard. That's crazy. All right, and then I'm going to come back down through my crimp. Okay. And then make sure those wires are not crossed. Come in here and squish and turn and squish and squish again. All right, and I can use a crimp cover for that because it's not very pretty, but I'll do that later. And then I am just going to put that through several of my beads if I can get. Sometimes I can't get soft flex through Czech beads twice. I think I can at least do it here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it through that 11-0 at all. It's just purely because I think it looks better. It's not going to help me in any other way. So then I'm going to trim off that excess. excess wire, move everything down. And then I'm just gonna leave my my bead buddy on so I can make it longer or shorter in case I need to. Okay, I'm gonna string the other side and then I'll be back. Okay, so I love it. It's a perfect length. I already finished this side, but I'll show you what I did on this side. I am going to finish off the back with jump rings, so I don't need to come around like my clasp or anything like I had to with this connection point here. So I'm gonna put on a crimp. I'm gonna put on my wire guard. I'm going to come back down through the other side of my wire guard. And you're seeing I'm not connecting to anything. And then I'm going to come down through my crimp again. So I'm going to pull this, holding onto the wire guard, not the wire, so I can slip that through there. And then I am just going to crimp this. I tried using some crimp covers. They don't fit over my crimp beads, so I'll just have to either find some other ones or live with it. All right, and then I'll just crimp, squish, and squish again, and squish one more time. And then we'll snip. And I will grab my jump rings. This is the left-hand side, so I'm just going to put a jump ring on that side. I always put my clasp on the right side because I'm right-handed. Oh, and that's what I get for not making sure that all the wiggle room was out, because I did that on this side. We have just a tiny gap. It's not going to kill me, and this is for me, because it always is for me. Every time I'm like, oh, I could sell this, I find some little tiny flaw that nobody else would care about, and I'm like, convince myself, oh, I got to keep it now, right? Have to keep it now. All right, and then we'll close that up. And you saw that I just connected my lobster. I could put chain on the back to make it longer, whatever I wanted to do. Oh, I'm gonna close this properly. There we go. I am not going to make a pair of matching earrings, but certainly they're doable because there's going to be tons of beads left over if you buy the Czech glass mix. I just don't wear earrings, and I don't want to waste these really pretty pieces on earrings that won't be worn by anybody unless I sold them, and then I would just never get them in the shop. Because that's how I am. But anyway, I'm loving this necklace, my dark southwestern deserty vibe. You know I love it. It's just a little different than a normal because it's a little more, just a little darker than I usually go, but I love it. So pretty. Thank you for watching. I will put links to everything I showed, and let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think about me doubling up on unboxings, because otherwise they're just never going to get posted. So thanks for everybody who reached out and, you know, checked on me, and all your comments and views. I appreciate all of you so much. And of course, stay tuned for Goldie because she's super cute. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Yes, you're such a pretty girl. Look at those pretty eyes. Yeah, your little tongue hanging out. Huh, babe? Hi, baby.